The Dog Pound, what's happening? Strap in, because this latest bombshell is hitting Cleveland harder than a Myles Garrett blindside hit. Our hometown warrior, Denzel Ward, the Pro Bowl lockdown corner who's made a career out of erasing elite receivers, might be on the trade block. Yeah, you heard that right. The NFL rumor mill is in overdrive, and the Browns are smack dab in the middle of a potential seismic shakeup. Are we witnessing the beginning of a rebuild, or is this just another calculated move in our relentless pursuit of that elusive Super Bowl? Grab your jerseys, Dog Pound, because we're about to dissect this situation with true Cleveland grit. Let's dive into the headline that's sending shockwaves from Lake Erie to the tailgates at First Energy Stadium. Sports Illustrated just dropped a piece that's got the entire Dog Pound talking. Cleveland may be entertaining a blockbuster trade involving none other than Denzel Ward. This isn't some clickbait speculation. It's a scenario that could restructure our roster, reshape the AFC North landscape, and leave ripple effects well into the future. Let's break it down. Denzel Ward isn't just a player. He's Cleveland royalty. Born in Macedonia, DH star at Nordonia High, a Buckeye standout, and since being drafted 4th overall in 2018, he's been a cornerstone of this franchise. Ward is a 4-time Pro Bowler, most recently in 2024, when he notched 49 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a league-leading 19 pass breakups. At just 27, he's still in his prime, shutting down the likes of Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs with surgical precision. And let's not forget, Ward is locked in through 2027 on a $100,500,000 0-cents deal. The highest paid cornerback in the NFL when he signed in 2022 with over $71 million, 0 cents guaranteed. That's our guy, Dog Pound. So, why trade a star like Ward? It all comes down to timing, context, and hard decisions. The 2024 season was brutal. The Browns finished 3-14, dead last in the division, an epic fall from the 11-6 playoff team we cheered for in 2023. That year, our defense was dominant, leading the league by allowing just 270.2 yards per game. Ward, along with Greg Newsome II and Martin Emerson Jr., formed one of the league's most feared cornerback trios. But 2024 told a different story. The defense collapsed to 19th in the NFL, giving up 342.1 yards per game. The offense sputtered with QB instability, injuries, and a lack of explosive playmakers. Now Cleveland holds the 2nd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, and GM Andrew Berry is at a critical crossroads. Here's the cap crunch. Last offseason, the Browns extended Myles Garrett through 2030, making him the highest-paid non-QB in the league at $40 million, 0 cents per year. Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson's $230 million 0 cents guaranteed contract is still devouring cap space like a runaway freight train. That's why Ward's name is being floated. A potential trade could free up millions in cap room and net the Browns a premium draft pick. With younger talent like Newsome, 25, and Emerson, 24, still on rookie deals, the front office might see an opportunity to remain competitive in the secondary while planning for the future. The mock trade that's got fans divided. Bleacher Report's Gary Davenport proposed a hypothetical that's stirring up intense debate. The Browns send Denzel Ward and a 6th-round pick to the Minnesota Vikings in exchange for the 24th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Minnesota went 14-3 last year, but ranked 28th in pass defense. With Byron Murphy Jr., Stephon Gilmore, and Shaquille Griffin all hitting free agency, Ward would instantly upgrade their secondary and fit seamlessly into DC Brian Flores' aggressive man-to-man scheme. For Cleveland, that 24th pick could unlock several strategic options: draft a future franchise QB like Cam Ward or Carson Beck-Shore up the offensive line with a blue-chip left tackle, package the pick in a larger deal to land a young offensive weapon. But let's be real, adding Denzel Ward wouldn't just be a business decision, it would be an emotional gut punch. This is a guy who embodies Cleveland toughness, who's worn orange and brown with pride, who's fought through injuries and anchored our defense through chaos and change. It's not just about numbers. It's about identity, loyalty, legacy. From 0-16 to that unforgettable wild card triumph over Pittsburgh in 2020. to his game-saving pass breakup against the Ravens in 2021. And let's not forget when he erased Jamar Chase in that 41-16 demolition of the Bengals. Denzel Ward's highlight reel could bring a tear to any true Browns fan. He's not just a shutdown corner, he's a locker room general, mentoring young studs like Emerson and flying the 216 flag with unshakable pride. Trading him wouldn't just be a roster move. It'd be an emotional earthquake for the dog pound, especially after already parting ways with beloved legends like Nick Chubb this offseason. The locker room speaks. Ward's never been quiet about his devotion to Cleveland. Back in December 2024, he echoed Garrett's frustration about avoiding a full rebuild. When Garrett flirted with a trade request before locking in his extension, Ward admitted it rattled him. Trading a Hall of Fame guy like Myles that makes you think about your own future. I want to stay in Cleveland, but I want to win. That's the fire we crave. That's loyalty you can't fake. And trading him could send a jarring message. We're hitting reset, even if the roster's been built to compete now. The offseason so far, a whirlwind. This offseason's already been a roller coaster. The Browns made headlines by drafting Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. A steal for a QB1 talent. They brought back Joe Flacco as the wise vet and added rookie Dillon Gabriel to stir up a quarterback competition that's already the talk of minicamp. But make no mistake, this offense is still a work in progress. Losing Chubb was a brutal blow, and the receiver core is razor thin beyond Jerry Jeudy, who's solid but not yet elite. The offensive line, once a foundation of this franchise, regressed badly in 2024. Cedric Wills Jr. struggled, and Jack Conklin battled through injuries. Trade math, risk versus reward. Moving Ward could net the Browns a coveted first-round pick, potentially used to grab a game-changing weapon like Arizona's Tata Roa McMillan, or to reinforce the line with LSU's Will Campbell. But that gain comes at a steep cost, weakening a defense that's long been this team's backbone. Then there's the financial equation. Ward's contract carries a $20.10 MCAP hit in 2025. Trading him before June 1 would free up around $12.00 M in space, but trigger $30.00 M in dead cap. That's a painful hit for a team walking the tightrope between and don't let injury chatter fool you. Despite past concussions and bumps, Ward's been remarkably durable, missing just 10 games over the last 4 seasons and playing at least 12 each year. He also led the league with 19 passes defended in 2024 and still got snubbed for All-Pro honors. That's elite production by any standard. Betting on youth, but at what cost? If Ward goes, the Browns would be betting heavily on Greg Newsome and Martin Emerson Jr. to rise to the occasion. Newsome had 52 tackles and 14 passes defended in 2024, while Emerson's sticky coverage often flies under the radar. But let's be real. They're not Ward, not yet. To complicate matters, trade chatter around Newsome is heating up too. Rumors suggest Green Bay and Minnesota are circling, possibly dangling young receivers like Christian Watson or Jordan Addison. If Barry moves both Ward and Newsome, the secondary could unravel fast, leaving Emerson and Cameron Mitchell to face off against Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Russell Wilson in the AFC North Gauntlet. 4D chess or franchise gamble? Maybe GM Andrew Barry sees Ward's current trade value, likely a first-rounder and more, as a chance too good to ignore, especially with the 2025 draft stacked with blue-chip talent. But it's a high-wire act. The Myles Garrett extension signals win now, but the 3-14 record screams reboot. If trading Ward is the key to surrounding Sanders or Gabriel with protection and firepower, the move could pay off long-term, but it also risks alienating fans, veterans, and the locker room culture that's been forged in adversity and loyalty. Hard over headlines, Ward's only 27, under contract for 3 more years, still performing like a top-tier Pro Bowl force. Trading a player of that caliber? That's not just bold, it's seismic, even for a GM like Barry, who's never been afraid to swing for the fences. Just ask Deshaun Watson or Jerry Jeudy. But if Ward gets dealt, it better be for a haul that redefines this franchise, because the dog pound doesn't tolerate mediocrity, and we're not here for half measures. We want rings, not rebuilds. The fan factor, let's not forget the dog pound has endured it all, from decades of despair to that electric playoff win in 2020. We've stayed loyal. Ward? He's one of us. Raised in Ohio, lived the dream, made it real. Losing him wouldn't just sting, it would cut deep. Sure, if a first-rounder becomes a generational QB or a blindside slaying left tackle, maybe we'll change our tune in a few years. But for now, it's hard to picture that orange helmet with 2021 flying across the field, breaking up passes and barking back at the crowd. If he's on the market, if Ward gets moved, expect chaos across the league. Minnesota, Washington, even Philly, who had the 31st ranked Past E in 2024, would be lining up to land a transformative player like him. Ward's not just skilled, he's gritty, proven, and plays like he's got something to prove every snap. Wherever he lands, he's going to dominate, but every true fan is hoping that place is still Cleveland. All right, Dog Pound, here's my take. Denzel Ward is a dog. Through and through. A homegrown warrior who plays with heart, grit, and shutdown skill. Trading him might look smart on paper, especially if it means landing a franchise QB or a cornerstone lineman, but it's a massive gamble. Our secondary has been the soul of this team, and while the young guns are rising, Ward is already that guy. So if Barry makes this move, it better reshape our future, because you don't trade a player like Ward unless you're swinging for a dynasty. Let me know what you think below. Is Ward worth trading for a first-round pick, or is he simply untouchable? Is this the spark to ignite Sanders and the new-look offense, or a mistake we'll regret when the defense crumbles? Smash that like, hit subscribe for all your Browns breakdowns, and tap the bell so you never miss a minute. Keep barking, Dog Pound. We're in this together. We're back with another dose of that pure Cleveland fire, and today's update is straight off the turf. On the final day of the 2025 minicamp, the Cleveland Browns turned up the heat, welcoming back two key weapons to the field. That's right, Cedric Tillman and Michael Woods have officially returned, and the energy at camp is off the charts. In today's breakdown, we're diving into what their comeback means for the offense, how it impacts the roster shakeups, and what it signals for the new season ahead. So if you bleed brown and orange, smash that like button, subscribe if you're not part of the pack, and get ready to bark loud in the comments. Let's get into it. Setting the scene, mini camp madness. Let's rewind and set the tone for what's happening in Berea. The 2025 Browns minicamp isn't just a casual tune-up. It's a proving ground. After a grueling 3-14 campaign in 2024, Cleveland is coming in with rebuild energy, but championship-level urgency. Coach Kevin Stefanski isn't just running drills. He's retooling the offensive blueprint, testing new combinations, tweaking route trees, and seeing who's truly hungry for those game day reps. This isn't backyard football. It's full sped, Red Zan 11-11S 2-minute drills and high-stakes 7-on-7 action. And the mission is clear. Fix the offense, ignite the playmaker, and unleash the future. What's your early take on minicamp so far, Dog Pound? Let me know in the comments. Who do you think is going to turn heads? Who's ready to break out and take this offense to the next level? Cedric Tillman returns, big body, big opportunity. Let's talk about the first major return, Cedric Tillman. This guy is a walking mismatch. Standing at 6'3" with hands like catcher's mitts and deceptive vertical speed, Tillman is built to dominate secondaries. Now entering his third season, Browns fans have seen flashes, those back shoulder fades, clutch sideline grabs, and moments of brilliance. But 2025 is different. The WR2 spot is wide open. This is Tillman's breakout window, and he knows it. After missing early practices with a minor setback, he's back at 100% running sharp routes and building chemistry with the Browns' newest QB, Shedeur Sanders, whose rocket arm might be the perfect match for Tillman's vertical skill set. Don't be surprised if you see Tillman becoming the go-to deep threat, especially in red zone sets where his size can bully corners into submission. Michael Woods, the hungry underdog. Now let's talk about the grit king himself, Michael Woods, too. This guy is everything you want in a scrappy, fight-for-it wideout. He hasn't had his breakout moment yet, but don't count him out. Woods was sidelined for part of camp with a minor physical issue, but on the final day, he came out swinging, diving for passes, hustling on every drill, and showing that chip-on-the-shoulder attitude that Cleveland fans adore. He's still in the mix for WR2. Sure, he's not the front runner, but he's that dark horse, the sleeper who could earn snaps with hustle, toughness, and timing. If Woods keeps grinding and starts connecting on chunk plays down the sideline, he could become a fan favorite story by the time preseason hits. Bigger picture, why this matters. Look, the Browns offense has been the Achilles heel the past season. With Chubb gone, the wide receiver room thin, and the O-line shaky, Stefanski and Barry know they need new heroes to step up. Having Tillman and Woods back at full capacity injects competition, depth, and potential explosiveness into this wideout core. And that could be the key to unlocking Sanders' development or stabilizing whoever wins the QB battle. Final thoughts, dog pound sound off. So, here's what I want to know from you. Can Cedric Tillman lock down that WR2 role and become a breakout star in 2025? Is Michael Woods a legit dark horse to steal reps and shock the league? What's your vibe on the offense? Are we ready to finally explode? Hit the comments. Let's spark this discussion. You already know the dog pound never sleeps. Don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss a heartbeat of Browns action. Keep barking, Cleveland. Our time's coming. Let's ride. What's good, Dog Pound? We're back with more red-hot updates straight from Berea, and trust me, this one's going to get you fired up. On the final day of 2025 minicamp, the Cleveland Browns brought some serious juice to the field. Cedric Tillman and Michael Woods are back, and the momentum is building fast. Who's got you hyped? So here's the question. Browns fans, who are you more pumped to see in action? Tillman, the big-bodied, high-upside wideout with star potential, or Woods, the gritty underdog with the fire to prove he belongs? Drop your pick in the comments because this WR room just got real interesting. Why this comeback matters, let's be honest, the Browns offense in 2024 was a frustrating ride. One of the league's lowest scoring units, an inconsistent passing game, and not enough firepower when it mattered most. Bringing back Tillman and Woods gives this team something we lacked badly last year: depth, versatility, and competition. And the battle for WR2? It's wide open. Jerry Jeudy is locked in as WR1 and ready to lead, but behind him, that's where it gets spicy. Deontay Johnson, acquired after the draft, is currently the front runner. But his career's been a roller coaster. Great talent, but streaky performances. That opens the door wide for Tillman and Woods to make a statement. Cedric Tillman, the towering target. Tillman is a matchup nightmare. At 6'3", with massive hands and deceptive acceleration, he's got the frame and tools to dominate intermediate routes and be a red zone menace. His first 2 seasons showed flashes, those jaw-dropping catches that make you believe. But consistency, that's what he's chasing in 2025. This is his moment. The WR2 spot is there for the taking, and if he continues showing crisp route running and strong chemistry with the quarterbacks, he could lock it down, especially with Shedeur Sanders launching missiles in camp. Tillman might be the perfect deep ball weapon Cleveland's been waiting for. Michael Woods, the relentless underdog. Then, there's Michael Woods, a name the Dog Pound should keep circled. He's had a quiet start to his NFL career, but his return to minicamp was anything but quiet. Woods brings a tenacious edge to every rep. His speed stretches the field, his hands are dependable, and his motor nonstop. He might not be the WR2 favorite right now, but don't count him out. 1 or 2 big plays in camp could vault him right into the rotation. QB chemistry and the battle under center. Let's talk quarterbacks, because minicamp has turned into a full-blown audition. Rookie Shedeur Sanders is turning heads with impressive poise and laser-sharp connections to Tillman and Woods. But Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel aren't going quietly. With every pass, they're making their case. Stefanski is rotating reps across the board, giving each quarterback time with the full arsenal of receivers. The return of Tillman and Woods supercharges the competition, giving QBs more weapons and fans more reasons to watch every snap like it's week 1. So tell me, who's your pick in the QB race? Sanders with the raw star power? Pickett with veteran savvy? Gabriel with that fearless upside? Drop your answer in the comments. This is one battle the whole Dog Pound's watching. A different energy in 2025. This isn't just business as usual. There's a different vibe in the air. Myles Garrett, David Njoku, and Deontay Johnson are showing up with intent, leading by example, grinding in every drill and pushing the tempo. Coach Stefanski is crafting a tight-knit, fight-for-every-hitch culture, and seeing veterans mix it up with young talents like Tillman and Woods is creating an us-versus-the-world identity that Browns fans love to see. Mini camp drills have been intense. High-pressure red zone reps, clutch 2-minute situations, and fierce competition on both sides. Don't sleep on the defense either. Garrett's been wrecking plays, testing the QBs under real heat, and that's only making this offense stronger. Surprise standouts and roster battles. One more name to watch, Luke Floria. The undrafted rookie has been lighting it up in camp, including a gorgeous sideline catch from Sanders that had fans buzzing. Could he sneak onto the final 53? If he keeps making plays, don't rule it out. And with Tillman and Woods now back in action, the competition at wide receiver is heating up fast. So, Browns Nation, who do you think earns a roster spot out of this group? Any surprise breakout candidates? Final word, eyes on the prize. Look, minicamp is just the appetizer. Training camp in July, that's the main course. But make no mistake, these player returns set the tone. This Browns team isn't just talking about bouncing back in 2025, they're showing it. That WR2 competition will be fierce. The quarterback battle, must watch. The offense, on the verge of a new identity, with Judkins bringing the ground and pound, Njoku anchoring the tight end room, and Sanders slinging rockets. This playbook could finally open up and strike fear into the AFC North. And week 1, Bengals, Burrow, blood already boiling. With guys like Tillman and Woods stepping up, this offense might just find the X factor it needs. So let's hear it. Dog Pound, are you hyped for the new look WR group? Who wins the WR2 spot? Tillman, Woods, Johnson, or a dark horse? And what about QB? Are you putting your chips on Shedeur, Pickett, or Gabriel? Sound off in the comments and don't hold back. This is your squad, your community, and your voice matters. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, share it with your fellow Browns faithful, and subscribe so you never miss a beat. We're just getting started, and the dog pound is louder than ever. Let's go, Cleveland. 2025 is our year. Thank you, guys. See you next video.